everybody. This is Christine Bertram. I am coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, and you are in time for mystery card night. Yay! Whoop whoop! We're here to make a mystery card that you don't necessarily know what you're going to make. I'm going to make something here on the kind of semi-quasi-fly and see once what we get. So very, very good. Hi, Dolores from Wisconsin. You're early, but you always have trouble. And you know what? You're the first one to the party. Look at that. Hi, Laura Sullivan. So happy that we got your class squared away from this afternoon. Yay. Hi, Laura Johnson. Oh, that's Laura Johnson, not Laura Sullivan. Ha ha. But I'm so excited that Laura Sullivan and I got her stuff squared away. But hi, Laura Johnson. Laura Sullivan will probably be here any moment, too. Hi, Christine Lazaridis from Ohio. Hi, Donna Grushke. And there is Connie Moore and Dolores. Lots of your comments. I love it. Hi, Gail Barden from Manitowoc. Good to see you on here. Yay. Hi, Sarah Merchant. Hi, Elaine Reback. Elaine, I got a good, easy card for you. So I hope that you have good success tonight with Mystery Card Night. Hi, Linda Hunt. Hi, Mary Lemke. Hi, Susan Bellamy. There's Paula Rice and Randy and Sherry. Hi, Barbara. There's Sarah. Hi, Lynn Beasley. Hi, Mary Schreiber. Long time no see for a bunch of you girls. Just kidding. We saw each other this afternoon. There's Marcia Long. Hi, Irene Smith. Hi, Terry Costin. Hi, Cheryl Gramlich. There's Corinne and Nancy and Sherry. Nancy, it's good to see you on here. I don't know if you caught, but I did sit with Rose while we were in Mexico, and I showed her all about the DSP sampler. I've sent her my blank white pages so that she doesn't have to reinvent the wheel, and hopefully she'll be able to figure out if it's something she can offer in Canada. Hi, Alexina from Nova Scotia. Hi, Melanie Foy. Hi, Trisha Fagley. Hi, Catherine Healy. Hi, Jen. Yes, you guys give me twice today in my purplicious shirt, so definitely did not change. I was not a Vanna White today, changing my dress 3 times. I'm happy to be here. Hi, Amy. Hi, Becky. Hi, Corinne Buvia. It's always a little bit of more of a mission to do anything these days, so I'm just happy I'm here. And I was on time, you guys. I was literally hit the live button at 6 on the head, which was awesome. That's not always how it should be. So Nancy, you can email her. You can just say, hey, I heard you talk to Chris about the DSP sampler while you were in Mexico. I'm super excited to hear that, and just keep me posted if you end up doing that, doing the sampler. So I'm hoping that she will be able to pull something together. Hi, Judy Sharp. She got her Magnolia cards put together because we had a great time with the Magnolia class this afternoon. In case you're wondering what we did, if you missed out on watching this class, it's available to watch on the replay. We did the Good Morning Magnolia class, and we did these 3 cards, which are super pretty. And I don't have any left of this class, but the PDF tutorial is always available. The class sold out, which is awesome. My mom always likes that. Hi, Cindy Hutchings. So my mom always likes that when the class sells out. That means that there's none left on the back counter, so that's a good thing. And I think I have a few left of the Meandering Meadow yet. I might have one of the Unbounded Beauty. It's getting close. I have 2 empty spaces in my book, but I haven't thoroughly gone through my email, so I don't want to say there's any Unbounded Beauty available. But yeah, I think I have 6 left for the catalog launch party in color class that we have on Thursday, and I think we have about 15 left of the ink, paper, scissors that's next week. So we're winding down on the month of May, and a lot of the classes are coming to a close. I think I might have 4 left of the monthly class. If you guys didn't see me, hi Deanna Don, hi Julie Frost, hi Margaret, hi Rosie, and I think that I mentioned this in my live this afternoon, but a lot of you maybe didn't catch it because you haven't seen the video yet. If you did the monthly May class with me that was supposed to be on May 9th, just heads up, I think the plan is to do that on Tuesday morning of next week, the 28th. Tomorrow is a big day. I have my doctor visit at 9 to see how my foot is healing. So fingers and toes crossed, and lots of good thoughts coming my way that my bone is healing good and I don't have to have surgery. So that's awesome. Like if it is, if it's not, it is what it is, right? So I can't change it at this point. So that's tomorrow morning. And then we're kitting up Stampin' Fun in the Sun after that. And next Tuesday, we have a lighter day with kitting up the Let's Just Stamp in the monthly class for June. So we're going to do the live for the May monthly class at about 10 a.m. on the 28th. So For those of you that are doing that class, I will be sending an email out tonight or tomorrow morning that says the new date and time, so you guys can watch for that next week. Sorry, it's not during the evening. I just don't have a lot of evenings left. They go away fastly. So, do I have the examples of the ink, paper, scissors? I do, and I'm wondering if they're even remotely close to me. No. And I'm trying to think where they are and how far away they might be. So Melanie Foy, the easiest way to answer that, thanks Elaine, thanks Nancy, the easiest way to kind of see what the cards look like for a class would be to go to the events calendar on my website, and on the events calendar you can see close-ups of the cards. So there's a horizontal one with that wintry scene, a rustic fall scene, springish summer scene, another. They're all pretty naturey scenes, and that's the close-ups of them. I'm trying to think where in the hive they are. I would have to hobble on my crutches to get them, or get in the wheelchair to get to them. So I'm just kind of perusing. If somebody happens to pop in, like Chris is upstairs, if she's listening, she might come down. But otherwise, yeah. The other way you could do it is go back to my showcase video that I did at the end of last month, and you could see them in the showcase video. But they're very pretty. There's 6 of them. I hear somebody.
Wait, what cards do you want?
She must have heard you guys. She's listening. They're ink, paper, scissors. So there's 6 cards for ink, paper, scissors. They are...
Magnolia?
Are they... Nope, they're not Magnolia. We just did that today. They're the Thoughtful Journey. Thoughtful Journey. I have...
Oh, I know which ones you mean.
Yep, there's 6 of them. This is what we've got, you guys, on Thursday night, in case you're wondering, the in color class. And I think I have about 6 of those left. You know, are they in with the card kits? Are they in that box? Yeah, okay. Chris found them. Chris is upstairs cutting paper for me, and she heard me because she's listening. Thank you. All right, so Melanie Foy, this one's for you. I'm going to go through them so you can see them, and if anybody else is interested, we have about 20 of these left for the class. We kitted up 120, and I think we're at like about 100 right now. So those, it's not normal that you would get 4 of them, but we couldn't stop designing. So we went with 6, and we kitted up all 6 of them versus kitting up 4. We kitted up all of them. So there you go. All right, so we have mystery card night. I'm going to do like this or something. I have my pieces pulled, and in hindsight, I wish I would have done things a little bit differently for my pieces. I did things backwards from what I'm thinking, but it'll still look good. Hi, Debbie Gast. Thanks, Shelley Cooper, for the prayers. Hi, Dawn Ablett. So thanks, Lynn Beasley. Oh, I hope my foot is healing well too. We'll find out tomorrow. You guys, well, I'll probably post something on Facebook. So you guys, I know everybody wants to know how it's going. I did write my clues, and this card is based off of a card that is coming up next month. We always like to double dip where we can. And the thing is, the next month's card is a different class though. I pulled in different cardstock for this one, and I kind of did a little bit different. And I'm wishing I would have flip-flopped my peacock and my gorgeous grape brown. And so I might do that. But if I wasn't a hobblefoot here, I would have ran upstairs and switched it out really fast. But I sat down here and I realized I wish I would have done it backwards. And I'm not going to change it. And we're going to go forward with it. And it's all going to be good. It's just paper, right? So, all right. Are you guys ready to go over clue number 1? I hope so. Just know that this class is meant for you to have fun. It's not supposed to be overwhelming. It's not, oh, there's a squirrel up the tree. I got distracted because I saw a tail in the window. And I'm like, what is out there? And it's a squirrel that is, hang on, you guys want to be distracted with me? Here, let's watch this. Oh, and it's gone. It saw the blind open up, and it went up really fast, as fast can be. But it was right at a point where I could have twisted the camera just like this, and you guys would have saw some squirrel tail. And you would have been like, squirrel! Now you know why she got distracted. All right, so you guys are supposed to have fun tonight. This is a class that's meant for you to pull out your pieces of paper, cardstock, pattern paper, designer paper, anything that you currently have. I really want for you to use what you have, that you already have purchased, something that you maybe have never used before. That's always my goal for you. Use something that you haven't used before and make a card for something that's coming up. And this is your monthly class where it helps you accomplish a couple different things for me in my head for you. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you are using Stampin' Up! Supplies, cool. And if you're not, that's okay too. This is meant for you to use what you have at home. If you are looking for Stampin' Up! Supplies and you don't currently work with somebody, you are by all means welcome to reach out to me. I would love to earn your loyalty and be your Stampin' Up! Lady, I guess is what you could say. The other thing is have fun. Don't worry about the speed or the fastness of this. You guys will have plenty of time to get an idea of what this card is all about, and then to go ahead and finish it either tonight or tomorrow. Maybe you finish it by the time I'm done with class. I will show you at the end of class where you can post or publish a picture of your card to get in on a drawing for some door prizes that I do for this class. And we'll go from there. I did not do the door prize from last month yet. I asked Carissa to help me pull the names, and I haven't heard if she was going to or not. And so I haven't done any of my stuff from last month. I haven't done the class card challenge. I haven't done the top fan challenge. I haven't done the VIP group drawing. I haven't done any of that stuff. It kind of like became that's a secondary kind of thing. It's all stuff that will get caught up, but there were other things that needed to get done first. And so little by little, when I am sitting at my computer, those are things I'm going to start tackling, and we will definitely do the drawing for all of that stuff soon. So yay, before the end of the month, that is for certain. And I almost feel like we should do it during the monthly class, because that is when I would have done it on the 9th. And so that's probably what our goal will be, is to do that on the 28th in the morning, to do all the announcements of those prizes and those winners. So yay. Hi, Joy Moody again. Yay. There's Laura Sullivan. I'm good so glad to see you here. I have baby squirrels on your balcony. They are a hoot, and my cats really want to play with them. So the funny thing about baby squirrels is I never knew what a baby squirrel sounded like until I went camping, and it was probably about 6 years ago. And I heard this crying for a mother type sound, and I thought it was a bird. And Tyler said, no, that's a baby squirrel. And so now I know what a baby squirrel sounds like. Definitely has a different kind of a sound. So, all right, there's Jean Terwilliger. Yay. Deanne Dawn. Good call. Deanne Dawn helped me out. She said, don't forget about free shipping tomorrow. Stampin' Up! Is offering free shipping on orders of $75 or more. So don't forget to do your order tomorrow. $75 or more gets you free shipping. And when you do your order $75 or more, it also qualifies you to get a free class with me as your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator if you use my current host code. If you don't use my host code, no class, unless you call Stampin' Up! Back and ask them to add the host code. And just know that you could potentially get multiple classes for me too. If you have a products that account to $50, and then you have another set of $50, and then you have another set of $50, you could get multiple classes. That's how I work it. So like if you have a $54 bundle, that would count for one class. If you have a $56 bundle, that counts for another class. If you have $50 worth of products that add up to $50 or more, then that could, so just know if you do use the host code, you can pick classes with me as well. Yay. Thanks, Laura Sullivan. All right. So free shipping is tomorrow, and also the other thing is that's going on this month is the starter kit sign up special. So that is something that if you are wanting to join Stampin' Up! And you are looking for a happy home, don't hesitate to reach out to me. So without further ado, let's move on over to clue number 1, and let's go over what we should have in our possession here. All right, so different kind of lingo on here. I have T for tall and W for wide for the heights and the measurements for particularly the pattern paper, which I completely forgot to put on here. I see that right now. So, gosh, Paula Rice, I usually, oh no, I didn't. Hello. Blah, I'm blind. It's right there and there. So T for tall, duh, and W for wide. We have it. All good to go. That's the only time that we generally need to worry about the W and the T. And then the other thing is abbreviations for like white and vanilla, W and V, and pieces. PCS means pieces. And sometimes I'll use CC, coordinating cardstock 1, or CPP for coordinating pattern paper 2, pattern paper 1. But we'll get through that as we go. I just want to make sure you guys have all the right paper you need. Hi, Linda Hall from Mississippi. So we have white or vanilla, 2 pieces. One of them is, and I'm not going to write numbers or measurements on my pieces because they're going to actually become a card, and I don't want to have measurements written all over them. So this is my white or vanilla, and it's 5 by 3 3/4. Okay, so there's one of those. And then I have one more that I put on here as 1 1/4 by 2. Yeah, a little wiggle room on it. And I'll be honest with you, I actually die cut mine. I cut mine into a perennial postage stamp, which is about 1 1/2 by 2. I don't know, maybe it's a little bit less. So it's about 2, and it's about 1. So I'm not worried. It's basically for a sentiment, and you have a big canvas to work with. So this would be my 1 1/4 by 2, but I decided to die cut it ahead of time because it's a lot of work to go die cut something after the fact. So these are my 2 pieces of vanilla that I'm going to be working with. And then we have here coordinating cardstock 1, just a normal base. It's 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, and you want to score and fold at 4 1/4 on the 8 1/2 inch side. So I do have my score line there, and I'm going to go ahead and take that, fold it in half, and burnish it. All right, we are going to be doing a vertical card, and so you can keep your card like that. So that's the coordinating cardstock 1. For me, I'm using crumb cake. And then you're blocking the code. That code? Is that the code you're looking for? So just so you guys know, that code right here, if you ever are looking for it later and you find that the code on my website or on my live is not current, you can always find it on my website, cardsbycrispy.com, and you go underneath the picture of me in the yellow shirt, and my code is always right there. So that code is that code. So tomorrow morning, if you go to place an order and that code isn't working, just go here and find the current code. I close my workshops on a regular basis. I don't keep them open for a week. I don't keep them on a monthly basis. I close them when I'm ready to close them, and that's whenever I close them. So just know that you can always find it on my website. Okay, continuing. We have coordinating cardstock 2, 3 pieces. And I chose peacock. I'm wishing I would have chose grape, but I ended up with peacock, and that's how it goes. I might make this card over, reversing my colors, but for right now, I'm going with the flow. So I have 3 pieces that are 2 of them being 5 1/4 by 4. So 5 1/4 by 4, 2 of them. And then the other one, it says on here 1 1/2 by 1 1/2. Well, I'm not even following my own clues for my card tonight, you guys. And that I want to show you that this is meant to be inspiring and get you out, not out of the house, but get you in your craft room making a card, or wherever you craft, making a card. And my general thought was 1 1/2 by 1 1/2, and it would be a layer for behind your sentiment. Well, when I opted to change my size of my label to be, it's about 1, I decided, I'm going to go with something a little bit smaller, and I went with this size, which this is the equivalent of my 1 1/2 by 1 1/2. So my 3 pieces of coordinating cardstock 2 are pretty peacock, and this is what I have. All right. Then we have a coordinating cardstock 3, 1 piece at 5 by 2 3/4. I already embossed it. Now, my instruction is going to be emboss or put a pattern on the back, or a pattern on it. Your call, whatever you want to do. Just know that if you have a pretty embossing folder that could add texture to complement your card, you are going to want to do it on this piece right here. All right, so this is 2 3/4 by 5, right? And that is coordinating cardstock 3. And then I've got a pattern paper. In Stampin' Up! Lingo, we call it designer series paper, but in the other world out there, it might be just called pattern paper. So just know that you could call it whatever you want. I have it here at 2. Oh man, that's wrong. Okay, I knew I had something. So this is supposed to be 2. It's okay. It's supposed to be, and it's okay. Leave it at 2 3/4. If you have yours cut at 2 3/4, leave it. Don't touch it. Just let it be. Let it be, like Elsa would say. Let it be. Okay. I wrote on here 2 3/4 by 5, but it really could be something as small as 2 by 5, which is perfectly fine. Ultimately, we're going to be working with this piece covering over this one, so it just more of it will get covered up. So don't recut your paper just to recut it. And then scraps of paper in white or vanilla, coordinating cardstock, or pattern paper, however you decide to zhuzh up your card. Hi, Sandy Zadoon. However you wanted to zhuzh up your card, you need to have some more layers on it. And you could just grab some scraps of whatever coordinating colors you have here, or pattern paper. You'll need some stamps. I am going to be using these guys, the perennial postage, painted lavender, and then the perennial postage and the painted lavender dies. So that's what I kind of pulled out here. I've got a couple ink pads that I'm going to work with, Gorgeous Grape and Pretty Peacock. I grabbed a little block so that I've got something over next to me already, and I hope that that is everything. I tried to keep this a little bit more simple so that it wasn't over the top whelming for any of us. No crazy fun folds for you guys tonight. So, are you guys good? Does that make sense? Hopefully you got all your pieces. We can pull a card together and have something awesome at the end is my plan. So, what I'm looking for you guys is a thumbs up, a heart, some sort of feedback to let me know you guys are ready. Email measurements were correct. Oh, perfect. Okay, so Deb Norman, that is exactly what happened. So I caught it when I was doing the email, and I bet you any money the Facebook post was correct, or the event in Facebook, and the event on my website was correct. I think that the first thing I start off is with this document, and I bet you I never went back to this document and fixed it. So this is the first time you guys are even seeing that. So I will make sure I share this document in my VIP group, and I also save this document in my Inspiration Hive. So those who have a subscription to my Inspiration Hive with all my PDFs, this document will be in there soon. And I'll make sure that it's at 2. So good job. All right, Deb is giving me a thumbs up. Yay. Is anybody else there? Okay, I'm ready for 2. I'm ready for 2 cards. Yay, Irene Smith. All right, so let's meander over to clue number 2 and see what we can find next. So let's flip this over and go here. So I told you I did a little bit of a little magic of TV. I already embossed or added texture to my coordinating cardstock 3. I used the Fern embossing folder. So if you guys want to add something to this, now is the time to do it. Because what happens, and maybe you'll just watch me how I'm going to do this. Clue 2 has a 3-part step to it. We're going to emboss or add texture. You could even stamp a background texture on here, and then you're going to rip the right edge of the mat. It's okay. And we don't rip things a lot around here, so it's going to feel really, really weird to do this. I generally rip. Hi, Bigger Tigger. Oh, man, here he comes. He's coming this way. You want some love, don't you, buddy? Okay, so sorry, Bigger Tigger. We're working on a card here, and I think you guys, he did this to me yesterday, too. We're going to have to work around you, and your dad says that you just want love and attention, and that's why you're coming here to get it. Okay, well, you guys, hopefully you don't mind Bigger Tigger helping us make a card today. So what we're going to do is rip the right edge of the paper. So I usually use my naughty finger, my right naughty finger, and I use the nail of it. They used to have a ruler that you could use for ripping, but I use my nail, and I'm just going to go, whoa, buddy, whoa. You just bulldoze right over everything, don't you? You can keep going. All right, so then we're going to rip this after I embossed it. If you rip it before, that's fine too. I just liked the ripping after look. Okay, so you're going to rip off the right edge. If you decide you want to do the left edge, I'll say hi, Bigger Tigger. Okay, so you're going to rip off the right. If you decide that you'd rather do the left side, that will work too for this card. You could flip-flop it around. Then what you're going to do is adhere the coordinating pattern paper, this one, to the right side of one of your mats. And I'm going to go ahead and do this so you guys can see. Oh, that's really pretty too. Okay, but we're going to, hi, Deborah. Ryan, I believe Deborah R. And then we're going to glue that to the right side. Now this is where I wish I would have flip-flopped them. I wish I would have done my background in Gorgeous Crepe and then this piece in Peacock, because I think the leaves would have looked prettier in Peacock. All right, so ripping it is one step. Step 2 is adhering our designer paper to the right. Now adhere the coordinating cardstock 3 mat to the left edge of this mat, and then we're going to further put this onto our card. Now what's going to happen though is I'm going to test this out before I actually put glue on it. I want to see how much wiggle room I have. I have about a 1/2 inch there. So if I'm good with seeing this much designer paper, I'll leave it. But if I want to see more designer paper, I'm going to take and trim off a little bit off this left-hand side. This is where you have a little wiggle room. You don't have to do it, but you could. So I think about a 1/4 inch, maybe, I don't know, 3/16. I'm gonna run it flush at the top here and just cut that straight down. I feel like cutting off this much will still be okay, and it will cover up my seam area. So I just made it so that I see a little bit more of the designer series paper. All right, so the next step here is adhere this now to the left edge of the cardstock 2 mat. And then it says after that, further adhere this layer to the card front. So let's put this down on the left. And I think I'm gonna make this card in the reverse with my peacock and grape reversed. And then I think this is gonna become my 11/11 burgers and beignets card. So, all right. Again, I think that this would have been more amazing to me with this leaf in peacock and then the background in gorgeous grape. But it is what it is. So then the next step here, the third part C of this clue number 2. So Deb Norman, now that I had to rearrange my, I know, commercials, you guys, commercials, the part C here. So I lost the ability to do the front end of, like the front door, I guess you could go, of my lives. I had to switch to setting it up in YouTube, and YouTube has it being with commercials, the way that I have to set it up. So Switcher Studio made updates to their app last week, Monday, the 13th, I think. Nope, the 6th. I think it was the 6th of Monday the 6th. Switcher Studio made changes to the app. I couldn't go live on the Thursday the 9th. I couldn't go live on the 13th. I barely figured it out by the night of the 16th. And I figured out I have to create a custom RTMP, and that requires going live in YouTube and then Switcher. It's just a big, hot, hairy mess. And so, yeah, there's commercials now. And that's just how it is. So I do appreciate you guys with the commercials, though. So demonstrators who have the ability to have advertising and you watch them, I would get paid like a penny or 2 pennies for every time it gets watched. And once I have over $100 in viewings, $100 that is earned over a month, I get paid that. So by you guys watching a part or any part of a commercial, it helps, I guess, me to make a little extra buck to help make the happiness happen. So I do appreciate if you guys do watch the commercials, but it's a setting. I have 3 choices: high intensity advertising, medium intensity advertising, or low intensity advertising. You know I'm going to pick the low because that's the one lowest choice. So I guess that's how it goes. That's how it goes. That's the only options I have. So, all right. All right. So how are you guys on this one? Are you guys good? The clue 2 had 3 steps to it. It was ripping, well, embossing and ripping, or putting some sort of a decoration with a background stamp on here, and then adhering your designer paper, potentially trimming it a little bit less wide. And oh yeah, Deb, it was confusing. It took me 7 hours I wasted. An hour and a half, 2 hours, and 2 hours. What is that? 2 and 4 and 5. 5.5 hours it took me, and I still am not happy with how it is. And it is what it is. At this moment, I figured it out, and we can go live. Yay! And I'm so excited because we're only 2 lives behind schedule. So, it is very confusing. So, are you guys good? I'm waiting for some thumbs up. I'm kind of watching the comments as we go here. Debbie Gass is a thumbs up here. And you can live with the commercials. Yeah, I appreciate you guys living with the commercials. It's part of it. So if you guys have a YouTube subscription or paid subscription, I think you can avoid the commercials by having that. So, all right. I see Debbie Gass is good. I think that hopefully you guys can figure this out, that we're just adding layers to our card. And we're going to move on to clue number 3. All right. So let's pull in number 3 right here and see what else we have. So stamp a sentiment on this 2-inch strip. Now remember, I said I didn't end up with a 2-inch strip. I ended up with a die cut here that I'm going to work with. And if you want, I put on here could punch or die cut if you are preferring that. If you want it to be bigger, you can. you could make it big, right? By the time we're done with this, you're gonna see what's going on. So you could figure out how big of a label you could make it. I love the sentiment in here, you guys. If you know me a lot, sending love and best wishes. I love that. I love sending love and big hugs. And here it is, big hugs here. So we might end up putting that one on the inside. But this sending love, I'm gonna do it in peacock ink. I'm gonna stamp that on the back side first, just to make sure I get a feel for how it stamps. Okay, it just needs to move down a hair. And we'll stamp it right about there. Okay, sending love and best wishes. I did mine in Pretty Peacock. Then, that's the first part, is stamping on your sentiment strip. Adhere this layer to the coordinating cardstock 2 square. If I was smarter, I would have made this matte one be the top one, but now I ended up with this being my inside piece, and it is what it is. So, all right, so this is gonna get adhered onto here, so let's go ahead and do that. And once I sat down and I told Chris, don't come down. I'm just saying your name, but her ears are gonna perk up. Once I told Chris I was good to go, I didn't think about having ribbon for this card. And now I'm gonna make do. So Chris, don't come running down here to get me ribbon. If I want ribbon, I can go get it myself. I know where it is, but we'll get there. So stamp a sentiment on this strip right here. Adhere this sentiment layer to your square. Now, if you had I think the first measurement was 1.5. Let's just look here. It was 1 1/4, and then your square is 1.5. So you're still going to have a little bit of a border on the top and the bottom. Just make it the same, the top, the bottom, and the left probably. Unless you want to see a little bit more on the right, you could put a little more border on the left here. Not the right. You could put more border on the left here. All right, so here's what we got. We're going to be working on putting this onto our card. Super cool. And now the next thing on this one, hi Becky. The next clue is, or sub-clue here is, determine how you might add ribbon to the banner and what else you want to add to the card front to zhuzh it up, all right? What are you gonna use? You could, in essence, leave it like this. This is pretty too. Add a few gems. You could call it good to go. But what else could you do to add to it? And that's where I pulled out the dies here. And there's this one die in here, and I had pulled out a scrap. And this will be very, very cool when I switch out my colors. When I make this peacock, then I can put the little square thing on this side, and I could have these foliage things coming up that side, and it'll turn out really cool. So I'm excited about redoing this card already. Sad to say, but I think I'm gonna redo my color combinations here. I'm gonna see if I have some vellum tucked away in my drawer. I think. I found the watercolor paper. Hey, you guys. Did any of you watch Gina last week? Wasn't she looking for watercolor paper and we couldn't find it in the drawer? I just found it. Chris, is that you? Nope. Oh, it's Bigger Tigger. He was galloping in here. Yeah, I heard footprints, but it was Bigger Tigger. Oh, he thought I had treats. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this with my little cutter. So I want to add these to the front of my card, just a couple little sprigs here. And fortunately, I do have my mini blue here. Hi, Margaret. I was confused on the coordinating cardstock. Is there always, you guys? I get that question all the time. Yes, always. If you guys are ever wondering about YouTube, if I go live, it's always available on a replay. Always, always, always. You can catch the replay. And what you would want to do is go to my YouTube channel and look for the replay. And the name of this class is called Mystery Card Night. And Cheryl, I definitely appreciate you answering that question for her. What you guys would do is in YouTube, you would search for, well, maybe if it comes up, we'll give the spinny, spinny wheel of death here a moment to catch up with life. And we'll keep this going. All right, let's get this out of here. I think I was just gonna leave it to these 2 sprigs for right now and see what happens. All right, I'm gonna grab my pokey tool and let's poke that out of here. I was just thinking 2 little spriggy things would be just enough to do what I want to do. All right, the Wheel of Death stopped spinning, and you could go to the Cards by Christine YouTube page, and you can see all past classes here. You guys, I've been doing YouTube classes, my videos. I've been doing classes for 4 years. You have 4 years worth of mystery card nights. We started, hey, get this. We did our very, very first mystery card night in May of 2020. So we only missed June of 2020 because I never thought I would do another one. It was kind of overwhelming for me. And Kelly Lamb, my cousin, said to me, wow, that turned out really good. You did a great job. You should do that every month. And I'm like, oh no, are you serious? I thought I would never have to do it again. And then you guys all started watching, not everybody, but a lot of people started watching it and loved it and asked for it again. So in July, how we worked, I had a full-time job then, you guys. How we worked it out is in July, Kelly did the mystery. We worked together on getting a pattern, and then Kelly did mystery card night for about 2 years for me while I had my job. And then when I quit my job 2 years ago in March, I started doing the mystery card nights, and that's how that worked. And then there is a butterfly in that die set too, and I think that there's some butterflies in here that we could cut them out of glimmer paper, and I don't have my glimmer paper down here, but I will tell you, I'll finish off my card. I wanted to give you guys a kind of an idea of what I'm doing. So you guys have about, whatever, 4 times 12 is 48, minus June. You guys have 47 mystery card nights that you could go back and watch. Okay, I'm going to go get some ribbon because I want to show you how I'm going to do my ribbon. Just one moment, please. Maybe. All right, let's see here. Okay, I'm back. So I did find this ribbon, and this is pretty. It's pretty peacock. And what I was thinking about doing for the ribbon is just using a little bit of tear and tape back here on the back and making a loop, a little longer, and a tail. Coming out the side here like that. Grab the ribbon scissors and partition that off with some more tear and tape. So I've got a little loop, and a tail. I was looking for the leather trim that retired, but I must not have that in here at the moment. But the peacock matched very nice. And then what I'm going to do is pop this up with dimensionals. We're going to finish this card. It might not be exactly what I had in my head, but it will be very close. Oop, there was no dimensional. It stayed right there. All right, and then what we're going to do is grab the tear and tape. Can you please show clue number 2 again? I sure can. It's right here. There's number 2 again. So I'm going to put the tear and tape right through the middle here, and we'll capture the sprig thing over there and the little foliage vellum thing, and put this down. Something like that. And maybe just down a hair more. Or these guys should come up a hair. Something like that. Bring that up a hair. And with that. All right. There's something back there. Oh, with the tear and tape. Okay. Then there are some really pretty purple shimmer gems that carried over. And those are what I would use. I'm pretty sure they carried over. That is what I would use on here. Now, again, I mentioned that I wish I would have done this a little bit different, but that's okay. I have more paper upstairs. I can grab different paper, and I am going to reverse. I'm going to do peacock, gorgeous grape, and this ribbon is perfectly fine then. So, all right. So that is, I hope that was good for you here. Let me just go back to where we were, you guys. We got a little bit sidetracked here. All right. We were on clue number 3, which was right here. So that's where we were. So I kind of got ahead of the game here, guys. So we got to like mosey on over to clue number 4, like super rapido fasto. Okay. So 4, here we are. Using scraps, hi Ellen Brover. Using scraps of coordinating cardstock, pattern paper, white vanilla, decorate the front of your card and as desired. So the Y got cut off. And then adhere the sentiment label and other decorations to the card front. Adding an awesome little butterfly would have been amazing on here. Hi, Jeanette from Australia. And you're very welcome, Dolores. I'm on a walk listening, but not crafting. Oh, Margaret, it'll be there for you whenever you have a moment to catch the replay. Absolutely. All right. So number 4, I basically kind of worked it between 3 and 4. And I ended up with something like this, right? Okay. And so number 4 to me is good in my eyes. So we're going to cruise on over to numero 5, number 5. I don't know what it is about Mystery Card Night, but it makes me want to say Spanish words. I think it's the numbers. I think it's definitely the numbers that make me want to speak Spanish. And just being in Mexico, I got to practice a lot of my Spanish. So stamp a sentiment and or focal images on the white vanilla mat that's left. So we're not quite done. We're getting there. I'm going to set this over here so you guys can continue to see that. And what I'm going to do is look at big hugs here. Sending love and best wishes. And I like here for you always. I like that. Maybe we'll do that. Here for you always. And that means that I just need to grab, I only have 1 block sitting right next to me. And it's my kit block from class last night. So we're going to take that and put here for you always. And then the other thing I like to do is always stamp the inside. And we're going to stamp it with a little lavender in purple. So here for you always. It's like riding up a hill. So we're just going to go back down here. There we go. And then that's it for the peacock. Thanks, Donna. I'm glad you like it. And then we're going to grab out the gorgeous grape and grab my little lavender from right there. Might as well get this done. Oh, didn't get the middle inked. Perfect. All right. That's good to go. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. And what we can do is finish this off now. So it says stamp a sentiment and our focal images on the white vanilla mat. And we're going to adhere this layer to the coordinating cardstock 2 mat. So this little guy, which on my next card I'm going to make the gorgeous grape. And then it says further adhere this to the inside of the card. And you can tell we've been loving on our double matting. So we definitely double matted this to give it a little bit more bulk. And it was fun to cut that little label out of there to save some paper. And okay, so how are you guys doing that with that? Did you guys get your inside done? Hopefully, hopefully, hopefully. Told you this one wasn't going to be too complicated or overwhelming for you. Then what we have is clue number 6. Clue number 6 is my favorite. Always my favorite. Clue number 6 is embellish and Stella to your heart's content. So Stella is a glitter pen, and what you can do with her is add a little bit of glitter to your foliage or whatever it is that you want. Now Stella that. You can always Stella around the borders of your mats like that. And then there's a big leaf here. And if I go right over the top of that, it catches the raised part of the leaf like that. And then it doesn't go and quite hit the bottom inner mat. So that just kind of highlights. You could also Stella on Designer Series paper very nicely. Now I mentioned that I don't have any gemsies. Oh, I have these gems right here. These are a leftover from, those are pretty. I only have 2 of them though. The third one flew through the air and I have no idea where it went. Oh, I found it. You know what? That's what we're going to use. So I found my gem. There it is. It was behind the canister. Because we always want to do odd numbers, right? So we have here 3 gems that are really pretty. They were leftovers from the Hello Hollyhocks kit last night that I did with you guys. So we're going to put 3 gems right on this card like that. I would have put purple, but these actually stand out a little bit better because they kind of match the crumb cake very nicely. So very good. Hi, Judy Bobo. Late check-in, but here now. Yay. All right. So that's what I would do for this one. I could have added more foliage. I could have added more vellum, butterflies. I could add purple butterflies, glimmer butterflies, whatever you want. The main concept of this card is to use a really pretty designer paper and have it match a cardstock, which matches a cardstock, which matches a cardstock. So in this piece of, if you have a pattern paper that only has 2 colors in it, it's going to be hard to pull in another color. What you could have done then is used your base and this being the same color, and then this and this being the same color, and just went with 2 cardstock colors. So this is just like, these mystery card nights are for you guys to get an idea of how to make a card. Let's get rolling and making a card. If you have any kind of creativity block whatsoever, now is the time to help me help you get inspired, okay? All right, so that's what we've got. Here for you always. Sending love and best wishes. And then here for you always. Like you guys are here for me, I'm here for you too. So what does it mean now? What you want to do is finish off your card. Get it made. Get her done, right? Keep her moving. Get her done, as Charlie Behrens would say. Then what you're going to want to do is go to my Facebook page. Right now we're in YouTube land, but we want to get into Facebook land to share a picture of your card. And what you need to do is, if you want to share your card and get on the drawing, you go to Cards by Christine. So Cards by Christine is the Facebook page. And what you do is you want to go to my events. So when you're in the events, right now it's happening. So it's upcoming. So you click on it. Once it hits 7 o'clock, this event will go into the past events, and you can find past events later on in life. Down here is past events. If you're on your computer, you can toggle between the two. But what you do is you click on it. And in the actual discussion for the event, there's a post. And it already published. I scheduled it to go live at 6:30. It says, we hope you had a great time solving the mystery with us. Show off your beautiful creations here and be inspired by everyone's cards. You have until Wednesday, May 30th, or when we pull the names shortly thereafter, at 11:30 Central to be entered into win prizes. And what you're going to do is come into the comment area here, put your camera and either pick the picture or take the picture. Oh, there we are. We're on backwards. Hi, everybody. You can take a picture like this, right? Take a picture, hit done, and then you can put it out there, right? That's how you do it. So I definitely need everybody to put it on this thread, right? If you want to take a picture of the inside, you can hit the reply button. And you can take another picture, which takes the inside, and it keeps it on the one. Oh, it's backwards again. Hey, hey, hey. You can take another picture like that and hit done. And then that puts it within it like kind of tags it down so that it stays in the same one. So now there's one comment out there. And what you guys can do is go in and add your pictures. It's super important that you keep it all in this thread versus having them randomly in here. It just makes it easier that if we pull names, or I should say when we pull the names for the winners, or for the people to get on the drawing, we only pull from this post. We don't go randomly looking everywhere in different places for the pictures. So as long as you have it on this thread, which is under here, where it's comments, that's where you're going to want to share your card. If you share it up here, it might get deleted because it's not in the right spot, and we don't want to do that. So we really hope that you guys get it right into the time to share post here. And that's out there already. You can find it. And if you have any problems posting, sometimes people have problems posting it because they're on a tablet or they're on their phone, and then they try it from their computer, and then it works just fine. So it just depends on the device that you're using. So yay, we did it. And it's only 10 to 7. Look at that. How exciting is that? So I told Chris that I would be done in about an hour so I can get up there so that, you guys, I do the backwards crab walk up the steps so that I can get up to my design stamping, like my craft room that's upstairs where we do the cutting. And so I can get up there, and we'll have a couple more hours to be able to work to get paper cut for what we're working on tomorrow. So, all right. I love purple anything. The card is so pretty. Yay, Amy. We are purple fans as well. My friend Angelique is as well. And so she sent me that card back there, and I keep that up there because I like to see purple behind me. So can you see I have a purple wall behind me? I definitely love me my purple as well. So, and definitely love the painted lavender set with all that paper was just right up my alley. So, well, very good. So what's next? I think you guys will see Gina on Wednesday morning. She's planning to do 2 classes. She was not feeling well this morning, so she canceled the class this morning and she rescheduled it to Wednesday morning. She's going to do 1 class at 9 and the other class at 10:15. So she will be catching both of hers up on Wednesday. And then I think I have double header on Wednesday. I have a class at 1 and 6. So we have the same class on Wednesday 2 times. Tomorrow is a big kidding day, a doctor day, all the good stuff. And then I'll be back with you guys on Thursday night for the catalog in color class. Friday we'll be back with Share, Create, Inspire. And Tuesday I'll be live in the morning with the monthly class. Kelly will be live Tuesday night with the paper pumpkins. Oh man, you guys, I got a plethora of paper pumpkins. In case you missed out getting your subscription for the May paper pumpkin, they're here. I have, it looks like 8 left that are unaccounted for at the moment. So if you need to get yourself a paper pumpkin and you're here in the States, just reach out to me. I can set it aside for you. I can ship it right away, whatever you want. Kelly will be live with the paper pumpkin on Tuesday night. Diane will be Wednesday night with ink, paper, scissors. And then I will be live with you on Thursday night, the 30th with ink, paper, scissors. So lots of classes on the docket. Like it seems like 1 every day for the next all the weekdays for the rest of the month. So lots going on. So Jennifer Summers loves it. Yay, great class as always. All right, Ellen Brover says thank you. Good. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed class tonight. I tried to keep it a little more simple. I needed something that was good for my brain too, that wasn't overwhelmingly challenging for me. And did anybody put a clue together about this card layout that we just did? Just curious if anybody put it together. I showed you, for those that watched class last night and class this afternoon, I shared this card with you that is actually going to be part of Let's Just Stamp for next month. Do you guys want to see it? See if you guys recognize it. I don't know if you do. Hang tight. Ready for it? I'm going to share with you what we did for Let's Just Stamp for next month is this card right here. Says it right? Do you recognize it? It's pretty much a very similar layout. Same layout, I shouldn't. It's not very similar. It's the same layout where we have a designer paper on the side, the ripped emboss piece, and it's even the fern embossing folder. Here's my 1.25 by 2, my 1.5 by 1.5, a little ribbon coming out, and some butterflies, and double matting. So did any of you guys recognize that? I just showed it off a couple times, and that's part of Let's Just Stamp for next month, which goes with these other cards. So these are kitted up first June class that we got done so far. So exciting. We got 3 more to work on for June. That's what's going to happen this week. So very good. 2 cards done and dusted. Nice, Irene. Good job, girlfriend. Oh, thanks, Paula Rice. I really appreciate it. Oh, Elaine Rebeck. I will grab one of those paper pumpkins and I will write your name on it right now and set it. It will. When I go back to the mudroom, it'll be there. So if you want to go out and about tomorrow and pick it up, it'll be here. So, all right. Perfect. All right, you guys. Amazing card. You guys got the clues good. Okay. Well, I'm going to sign off, you guys. Lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs to you. You know what's coming up. I appreciate you sticking with me for the whole night, you guys. We had a great mystery card night. I wish that you guys have a great week ahead and you make lots of things that are pretty. Get caught up on anything that you need to get caught up so that you feel a little bit ahead of the game. That's what